This is what they mean when they say chivalry is dead and women killed it. Before I play the video, this reminded me of a story back in the day when I was a young man. I remember talking to this girl. I was probably like around 20, 21 years old at the time. And, she was telling me this story about this guy, that he took her out, and she was making this, she was feeling very special. And I was like, oh, so how was the day? How did it go? She was like, oh, he picked me up in his own car. He opened the door. He took me to a movie. And, after that, we went out to eat to a restaurant. And I was like, yeah, that's it? She was like, yeah. And she was just talking about it. Like, she felt so special that this guy went out his way to do all of these things, right? And I'm just looking at her like I remember telling her, I was like, that's normal, right? It's normal for a guy to pick up a girl, open the door, take her a movie and take her out to eat. Like, that's normal. And I remember the look in her face, like, because up until that point, she had never dealt with a guy that had done anything like that. I mean, up until that point, she had never dealt with a guy that even had a car, right? I came up in New York City, so I hear, a lot of people, they be using the trains to pick up girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine taking the train to go pick up a girl to get back in the train and to go to wherever it is that you're going to go. That's insane. But the point is that, she felt very, very special because this guy literally did the bare minimum. And if you guys are out there thinking you're doing a lot by picking up a girl, man, opening the door, taking out to a movie and a dinner, believe me when I tell you, my man, no, that is like ground zero, bro. That's the bottom level, man. But let's get into the video.
I went on a first date, and when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, oh, like, right? And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, wow, this is different, right? So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't, like...
No, you're absolutely paying attention because you notice everything. You're just not used to being treated like a decent human being because you're probably used to dealing with a bunch of hoodlums, a bunch of thugs.
I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird.
Yo, that's wild. Imagine that. Imagine going a day. Imagine a guy taking time out of his day, man, to pick you up in his car. He's opening the door. He's doing all of the right things. And the first thing this woman does, get in her car, go in her group chat, and text all her homies like, yo, this guy is a weirdo, man. This guy is weird. You won't believe what he just did. Yo, I can't believe the times that we're living in nowadays, man. These women, they don't want to be treated right. It's like J. Cole said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Listen, fellas, there's absolutely nothing wrong with treating a lady like this, but you need to know and understand that you can't just do this just to anybody. The way she's talking, the way she's moving, her body language, everything about her tells you that this is just not the type of girl that you go all out for. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No.
You heard what her homegirl said? High five, high five. Instead of telling her like, girl, you tripping. What is wrong with you, man? That man treating you right. No, what does she say? High five, high five. Yeah, that's how we do them.
Let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it. And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was, he corny.
No. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. The right woman would always appreciate these things. The right woman will always appreciate a man going out of his way and treat her right and treating her with respect. Some of these girls are just hood boogers. That's all it is, man. They're not used to it and they don't want it. So technically speaking, she's not wrong, man. This type of woman does not want to be treated like this. She doesn't want to be treated with respect, man. She wants to be dogged out by a dude. She wants to be disrespected. She wants to be ignored. That's the kind of dude that attracts her. A guy that does not got his life together.
But he really did everything that we want.
Yo, I can't even begin to imagine what dating is like, to most people nowadays, man. I took myself out of the dating market when I was 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things I see online today, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But a lot of the times the dudes do it to themselves. Because there's nothing about this woman's body language or her vocabulary, the way she expresses herself, the way she talks, how aggressive she is without reason. There's nothing about that tells me that that's the type of woman, bro, that you have to go all out for and be opening doors, getting flowers and all that. Nah, she's comfortable with the bare minimum. That is a bare minimum type of chick, man. You don't got to put much effort into that, man. That's not even the type of chick that you even look to even try to build a relationship with, man. A lot of you guys be out there doing the most for the wrong people, man. And a lot of women do it too. There are a lot of good women out there, man, that end up getting with the male version of that female, and they treat this guy like a husband, like he was their husband. They treat him great, and the guy literally does the bare minimum, does nothing, doesn't care about her, doesn't treat her, disrespects her, cheats on her, and does all these other crazy things, man. So this is happening on both sides, men and women. tend to have a tendency of doing these things, you know. And it sucks because at the end of the day, you know, only a person with no self-esteem, only a person that doesn't respect themselves allows themselves to be placed in a situation with an individual like this, man. And the reaction from all of her friends, the laughter, the one asking her to give her a high five, man, that tells you right there, man, that they're all the same. All them women are the same. So be careful when you're out there dating, fellas, man. Some of these women, bro, they don't want a relationship. They don't want to be treated right. They don't want to be treated with respect. All they know is toxicity, man. And all they want is to be dogged out. Peace.